call him Money Mayweather.
Money,
50
money.
wins, 0 losses, over $1.2 billion in career earnings.
Damn,
This man didn't just win fights, he redefined what it meant to be rich in sports. The mountain of cash on the bed, the $18 million billion watch, 2 private jets, the color-coded Rolls Royces. We all saw it. We all talked about it. But here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. It's 2026 and the money persona, the whole thing, is officially hitting a wall of reality. At 48 years old, Floyd Mayweather is not relaxing on a beach somewhere counting stacks. He is in panic mode. He's booking exhibition fights in the Congo and Greece. He's suing former partners for hundreds of millions of dollars. He is fighting eviction from a New York penthouse while claiming to own a $40 million real estate empire.
Let me tell y'all something though. Before we even get into this video, because I see the title, I see the thumbnail. I know a lot of niggas been talking a lot of shit, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Floyd Mayweather broke is not all broke, okay? Just do your homework. Bro ain't eating McChickens and McNuggets and unless he want to. Bro ain't on, you feel me? Bro ain't borrowing, he ain't moving back in with his mama and all that shit. No, that ain't the bro. Our broke, me and you? No, that's not his broke. His broke is, yeah, I'm still worth 500 million, but all my money tied up in the assets and I got a lot of debt right now. So I'm gonna sue these people. I can't really pay them because I ain't really getting that much money in right now. So I'm gonna just go do these 2 little exhibition fights real quick, make me an extra $200 million and go back in hiding. So do your homework, nigga. This is not it's not the same broke. That motherfucker could spend. He can sell all his assets, all his stocks, all his watches, all his cars, all his jewelry, and he could sell half his cars today and be richer than any of us have ever been. So this ain't broke. But to him, it's like it's just a downward trend that he gotta use to bounce back up. That's all it is. It ain't broke. Don't be careful with that word. I'm just saying.
The king of the money team is fighting for his financial life, and today we're going behind the velvet rope to show you exactly how $1 billion
bet you that nigga jumped in a Rolls Royce today.
I'm Lionel B, and this is a story you needed to hear.
I bet you the house ain't
all right, let's start with something called the burn rate. In finance, your burn rate is how fast you're spending money.
Right.
And Floyd's burn rate is basically a California wildfire. Let me walk you through it. He owns 2 Gulfstream private jets. Just to keep those birds,
man, sell them motherfuckers for $100 million.
In the sky, hangar fees, pilots, fuel, maintenance, insurance, and you're looking at somewhere between $4 million and $6 million a year per aircraft. That's up to $12 million a year just for the planes.
Why he own 2 though?
Not trips,
maybe he rent one out.
Not vacations, just keeping them ready. Then you got the car fleets: white cars in Vegas, black cars in LA. Over 100 luxury vehicles: Bugattis, Ferraris, Rolls Royces, Lambos.
100 vehicles. So even if he get, let's just do a little bit of math on this. Every one of his cars is at least worth 100,000. Let's just assume that, right? Because be honest, he's not driving these cars. Let's say he got 100. He got 100, and they can get 100,000 from all of them. Simple math will show you. Y'all see? Don't believe me, but look at the calculator. Simple math will show you that that's $10 million just on cars. And I'm sure it's way more than that, because that SF90 gonna get you. Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues, but they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz, because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. You gonna get 200,000-300,000 even if that bitch is run down.
Losing value the second
the tires
touch the pavement. Cars are not assets. Cars are liabilities. And when you own 100 of them, that liability is catastrophic. In 2025, Floyd dropped $2.25 million on 4 luxury cars in a single day, then turned around and sued the dealership. That is not power moves. That's chaotic. Impulsive spending with no right financial strategy.
How the hell he do that?
And then there's the entourage. Look, I understand loyalty. Floyd came from nothing in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he built his team. But we're talking dozens of bodyguards, personal assistants, chefs, drivers, stylists, a full entourage that he's still running at peak 2015 levels with 2025 income. Here's the fundamental problem with all of this. When Floyd was fighting Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, he was pulling in $100 million, $200 million, $300 million a fight. That money could absorb the lifestyle. But those days are gone. The exhibition fight circuit pays a fraction of that, maybe 10 to 30 million before taxes, before the entourage, before the jets, before the cars. He is no longer living off the interest of his wealth. He is eating through the principle. And that, my friends, is how you go broke with a $1 billion name. Now let's talk about something a lot of people don't want to discuss because it hits different when you realize
that's how you go broke, when you outpaying your interest.
Doesn't do drugs, never has. He is famously clean living. But everybody has a drug, and Floyd's drug is adrenaline. When you have been fighting in front of 20,000 screaming people since you were a teenager, when your whole identity is built around the rush of competition, when you retire from the ring, that adrenaline has to go somewhere.
Ain't like that Birkin right there, nigga.
Competition. When you
if I'm doing a calculation, shit, nigga, that I don't know if that's his girl. That Birkin about 300,000, 400, 300,000 or some shit like that. It's at least 100,000 for that bag. Tell you that right now. I know because I was looking for one.
Tired from the ring, that adrenaline has to go somewhere. And for Floyd, it went to the sports book. We've all seen the Instagram posts. Floyd holding winning tickets, massive payouts, flexing the wins. But here is what nobody shows you.
The losses.
And y'all, they are staggering. He reportedly lost $10 million on a single Super Bowl bet.
Damn.
Now think about this. When he wins at gambling, the IRS takes their cut, federal taxes and state taxes. When he loses, he eats the full $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
It is mathematically guaranteed death.
Take a loss, right?
But it gets worse. In 2024, rumors exploded online.
Another reason gambling.
Floyd Mayweather.
That's another reason gambling always been dumb as hell to me. Like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I didn't gamble before. Like dice games. I feel like I done made a lot of money dice games. I didn't have days where I made a lot of money, but it was always some shit. Like, I'm not gambling no real money. Like, even if I ain't never been to Vegas for this same reason, because I don't care about gambling for real. But if I do go, and I don't care about gambling, I don't care about strip clubs, I don't care about hoes, I don't care about the regular club. So that's why I ain't really been to Vegas. But even if I did go to Vegas, I'm bitch out there with $2,000. If I turn this $2,000 into $400,000, all great. If I lose this $2,000, or if I get close to even $1,000, if I lose half my money, I'm getting the fuck up out of here, man. I'm trying to tell you. I don't get the game. I ain't never
was being
connected
detained
in my
in
head,
Dubai over massive gambling debts, not to a casino, but to some very unregulated creditors. People who don't use lawyers, people who don't send polite letters. Now, Floyd's team denied it, said it was just a misunderstanding, said he was there for business. But here's my question. When does a billionaire get stuck in a foreign country over a misunderstanding about cash? The answer is he doesn't, unless he's not actually a billionaire anymore. Unless he is operating in a gray market of debt where his name and his brand are writing checks that his bank can't cash. And when you owe people who operate outside the legal system, you need cash. Fast, clean, no questions asked. Which explains why Floyd Mayweather is suddenly willing to fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, not for legacy, for liquidity. Now listen, I understand. Some of you might be saying, Lionel B, you don't know that. That is straight up speculation.
It is,
so let's stop speculating. Let's go straight to the paper trail because the receipts are everywhere and they are damning. Receipt number 1, late 2025. Floyd Mayweather is sued for eviction from a luxury New York apartment. A man who publicly
this the type of shit where this is the type of this is when I'll be looking at shit different. Cause a lot of celebrities, right? A lot of celebrities end up with shit like this. And I'm gonna tell you how easy this is like to do. It was a point in time. I feel like this is happening in everybody's life. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. It was a point in time where I thought I was paying a light bill, but I wasn't. You feel me? We not perfect. We human. We make mistakes. So me thinking I'm paying a light bill this whole time, and I'm not. So like 9 months went by, and I had racks. Like, nigga, light bill was up through there. I had to pay racks. Wasn't no problem for me. I'm like, bro, I was a little blue in the moment, but I'm like, whatever. Just here go the money. You know what I'm saying? I'll be caught up to date. Yeah, thank you. Right? Like they called me like before they, before they turn the lights off and shit. So if I was like super famous, that information could have got out and made articles. So I feel like it's just a million reasons why he could have not paid the rent. He could just said, fuck that house. You know what I'm saying? The apartment could be in his business name. He don't care about that LLC no more. It's not going to affect his, whatever the case is. He going to pay the $300,000 out back and leave. Maybe he forgot to pay it because his bank account moved or it got expired. His card got expired. It's a million reasons why. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Floyd Mayweather is actually going broke. I refuse to believe that. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just think it's highly likely. Maybe he not a billionaire no more. And I ain't gonna lie, going from having $1 billion to 10, 20 million is some serious fuck up type shit. But it ain't broke. And you not about to tell me all the watches, all the jewelry, all the cars, the jets, the designer clothes he got, the houses he got, the fucking the cash he got laying around his house in the safe. He probably got $1 million cash sitting in his crib just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like all the purses his girlfriend or his wife got, all the jewelry he got. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga ain't broke. He's broker than he was at once.
Mayweather is sued for eviction from a luxury New York apartment. A man who publicly claims to own a $40 million real estate empire was reportedly more than $500,000 behind on rent. Not a mortgage, y'all. Good. Rent. He was renting. Receipt number 2.
Rich AJ's people. Jewelry. That's another thing stupid people don't. Rich people rent a lot, bro. You'd be surprised. Rich people rent a lot because I'm not even gonna get into that because niggas gonna be arguing with me.
Files a lawsuit claiming Floyd walked out of their store with $1.6 million worth of jewelry, paid with 5 checks to cover it. You want to guess how many of those checks cleared? 0. Every single check bounced. Now, I've had a check bounce in my life, and it's crazy embarrassing. But 5 checks for $1.6 million from a man with a $1 billion brand, that's not a bank error. That is cash flow crisis. Receipt number 3. Logan Paul. 5 years after their exhibition fight, Logan is still publicly claiming Floyd Mayweather owes him $1.5 million from their deal. And Logan is not a broke YouTuber anymore. He is a WWE champion with prime hydration money. He does not need to lie about $1.5 million, but he keeps saying it because Floyd hasn't paid him. Now, y'all, when you connect the dots, jewelry, checks bouncing, rent going unpaid, fighters claiming non-payment, it looks less like isolated incidents and more like Mayweather Promotions is running a shell game, using money from new fights to plug holes from old debts. That is the definition of financial instability. Now, receipt number 4, and this one is government official. After the Conor McGregor fight in 2017, Floyd earned somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 million.
Damn.
And yet, the IRS filed a $22 million tax lien against him shortly because he did not have the liquid cash on hand to pay his taxes. Think about that. A man who just earned $300 million couldn't write a $22 million check.
That happened a lot too, though. Problem, I ain't gonna lie.
because the money was already gone, spent before it was even fully deposited. Now I want to talk about something that requires some sensitivity, because this part, it isn't funny. This part is actually tragic. A lot of you remember the story about 50 Cent challenging Floyd to read a full page of Harry Potter live on camera. People laughed at it, and it became a meme. But underneath that meme is a reality that has devastating financial consequences.
This is a special ASL.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit is funny as hell. I just like how he said Harry Potter book, nigga.
Has devastating financial consequences.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket, all right. A phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
Whether it's a dyslexia, limited formal education, or
Oh,
something
shit,
else entirely,
man, that was funny
if you're
as hell.
running a billion-dollar empire and you cannot personally audit a 40-page legal contract,
Oh, shit.
you are entirely at the mercy of people around you.
I'm Floyd Mayweather.
Not no more, nigga.
No,
Use
I-
ChatGPT.
I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show. Your stripes, okay.
Your lawyers, your
Help! Hey, man, don't tell me this nigga can't read, man. Help!
What? Stop it. Get some help.
Let me go back, bro. Let me go back.
you are entirely at the mercy of people around you.
I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show. Your stripes, okay.
Your lawyers, your advisors, your managers, your inner circle. And if any of those people decide to exploit
y'all
that
gotta
blind
stop,
spot,
bro, please.
you would never
Please,
know
please.
until it was too late.
Oh,
Which
shit.
brings us, y'all, to February 2026.
Oh, shit.
Floyd Mayweather files a $340 million lawsuit
Oh, shit.
against Showtime and several former advisors, alleging that hundreds of millions of dollars from his biggest
He
fights
talking about
were
something, okay.
quietly funneled into
Oh,
third-party accounts he never knew existed, under
Oh,
agreements
damn.
he never personally reviewed. Now, Floyd's legal team claims that when they requested a full financial records and accounting documentation from Showtime, they were told the records were lost in a flood. Not misplaced, not delayed, lost in a flood on financial records worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, I want you all to sit with that for a second because you genuinely cannot make this up. Now, here's how I break this down. This lawsuit is either the most important lawsuit in boxing history or it's the
shit.
most expensive
This
Hail
shit
Mary
funny
in
as hell,
sports
boy.
financial
That was
history.
just funny.
There are really only two possibilities. Possibility one, Floyd's inner circle, the people he trusted and paid for decades,
He was robbing him.
genuinely robbed him blind,
Yeah.
exploiting his inability to audit and read his own contracts. And they got away with it for years because Floyd's brand was so big, the money kept flowing, and nobody looked too closely at where it was actually going.
Right.
Possibility two, Floyd is desperately trying to claw back any cash he can find to cover his mounting debts, and this lawsuit is a legal instrument designed to generate leverage, settlement offers, and press coverage that keeps investors and creditors nervous enough to give him some breathing room. Either way, the real story is the same. Floyd Mayweather, the man who branded himself the greatest financial mind in boxing,
shit.
does not have control of his own money. And he may never have. So that brings us to right now, y'all, in 2026. And that's Floyd's current fight schedule. It actually tells you
Who he supposed to be
everything you
fight-
need to
he
know.
fighting Pacquiao,
He has a
right?
fight lined up in the Democratic Republic of Congo against a 60-year-old opponent. Now listen, I ain't knocking the Congo, great country, beautiful people, but Floyd Mayweather fighting there is not a legacy move. It's not a goodwill tour. It's a my private jet needs fuel move. It's taking any check available in any market that will cut it. Then there's an exhibition fight, y'all, in Greece against a retired kickboxer. The reason Greece, because it bypasses a Nevada State Athletic Commission's regulations, which means less oversight, lower costs, and a quicker payday. Floyd is optimizing for cash speed, not legacy. And finally, the rematch, Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, he got 3 fights planned?
Reportedly being negotiated for the Sphere in Las Vegas, distributed on Netflix. Two legends in their late 40s, long past their prime, fighting for a streaming platform subscriber numbers. This isn't a victory lap. This is a fire sale of the only asset Floyd has left, his
Himself.
name. And the saddest part, The checks from these fights, even the Pacquiao rematch, will not solve the underlying problem.
But see, this what I'm saying though, like, okay, this is what I noticed when they start talking, when they announced that he was doing the Pacquiao fight, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Floyd going broke." How come y'all not saying Pacquiao going broke? How come y'all ain't say Logan Paul going broke when he do the fight? How come y'all don't say Mike Tyson going broke when he do the fight? How come Jake Paul? How come, you know what I'm saying? Like Ray J, all these people, like Michael Beasley, Lance Stevenson, when they do fights on brand risk or anything, they just get their money. But when Floyd do it, it's like he going broke. I don't think he's going broke. I think his finances are I think he wants to recover from the losses he's took. You feel me? But he's not going broke to the point where sell the house, we got to move back to Michigan and get the 1-2 bedroom apartment in the hood. That ain't the broke thing. You feel me? That's just not going to happen. It's just impossible. It's just not. It's just not. It's just, I don't believe that. You can believe it if you want to, but I don't believe that. I believe, is he probably at a point where he like, damn, I had $1 billion and this shit deteriorated all the way down to 200 million. I need to get my money back so I can feed my family for generations. So let me hustle real quick. Not even really hustle. Let me do these little bullshit ass fights real quick. Get my money back up. Put my $1 billion up over here and then be cool after that. Like, I think it's more like that than him. Like, I just don't like the broke word. You gotta listen, man.
If the burn rate stays the same and the debt obligation keeps compounding, no single payday is large enough to fix what has been already broken. You cannot outrun a structural financial collapse with exhibition fight money. You need to change the structure, sell the jets, cut the entourage, downsize the lifestyle, invest the remainder. That's the only math that works. And that is exactly what Floyd Mayweather cannot bring himself to do. Now here's the truth that ties everything together. Floyd is not just broke or getting close to broke, he is a prisoner of his own brand. For 25 years, he constructed an identity. He told the world, he showed the world that he was the richest, the smartest.
I do agree with that. I think he was being himself, but I think he like got lost in that. Like, nigga, this me. I'm the biggest, I'm the best ever. I'm the money team. We do this how we want to do it, whenever we want to do it, and we go everywhere, and we do this, and we do it always the biggest, and wifey always got the biggest, the baddest watches, and you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But you don't gotta live up to that shit for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake don't gotta be heartbroken just because he came out with Take Care. He ain't got to be the heartbroken kid for the rest of his life. If you want to do that, cool. But you ain't got to do that shit for the rest of your life. I know I'm not. Fuck you.
The most untouchable man in sports. He was money. He was TBE. The best ever. He was a template. He was the guy who always won in the ring and outside of it. And the downsides now, to sell a jet, to let the entourage go, to move into a normal house, to say publicly the era is over, that would be a form of psychological suicide for Floyd Mayweather, because the money persona isn't just a brand, it's his entire identity. It's how he processes his own worth as a human being.
And you can't do that.
He would rather bounce checks to a jewelry store than admit the persona was partly a facade. He would rather fight a 60-year-old in the Congo than admit the big fights are done. He would rather file a $340 million lawsuit than sit quietly and restructure. And that right there is the real reason of Floyd Mayweather's story. Not just the bad investments or the gambling or the entourage, it's the psychological inability to separate self-worth from net worth. It's what happens when your entire identity is built on a number and the number starts going down. Mike Tyson went through it, MC Hammer went through it, and now in real time in 2026, Floyd Money Mayweather is going through it. The greatest defensive boxer who ever lived cannot defend himself against his own lifestyle. So I'll leave you with this question, and I want you to drop your answer in the comments right now. Is this the ultimate cautionary tale of the money team, or do you believe Mayweather still has one more comeback left?
I think
Not
he got
in the-
20 more comebacks left, and I still think he got. I don't give a fuck what he did. He can be the worst or the worst. He still got 50 million. So I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. But hey, listen. Like I got. He keep saying I don't think he broke. I think he just went down. One thing I will say is I'm glad I never got caught up in the hype like that. Like I don't have to get on here. Like my watches is in my drawer, you know what I'm saying, where they go, motherfucker. My closet, my chains is where they always at. You know what I'm saying, somewhere nice and safe and secure. Like I ain't gotta put on my chains every time I get on camera. I ain't gotta put on a Fendi shirt and a Louis Vuitton shirt. Sometimes I will if that's the shirt I see, I grab it, whatever. Most of the time I'm get on the camera, I'm regular. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to buy a new car every year to keep up with the Joneses. I don't have to keep buying watches because Quavo just posted a watch and I gotta show motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I ain't ever got me or my wife for real. Like I ain't never got a call. This girl on Instagram, just her boyfriend, her husband just got her a Birkin. I gotta go get my wife a Birkin, even though she got one. But it's like I don't feel like I have to. Like nobody in my family really feel like that. Like I don't have to get the black truck. I do. I definitely always do get the black truck, but I'm not gonna feel less than myself if the black truck keep canceling me 2 times. I'm getting in the Prius, nigga. Let's just get home, like type shit. You feel me? I don't have to be first. I don't have to do that, bro. I don't have to. I love flying first class, but I'm a fly first class for as long as I can afford it. But if I can't afford it for a month or 2, which hasn't happened by the grace of God, but if it did, bro, like I'm cool. Like I go to Coach, nigga. I go to Comfort Plus on Delta. Like I'm straight, bro. I ain't really like my main. As long as I can keep my house in a nice ass neighborhood that I'm in, I'm straight. I sell the cars, I sell the jewelry, I sell the clothes, I sell the shoes. I walk outside in a black t-shirt, some Target shoes, some Walmart pants. Like I'm cool. Like I don't think that shit. It make me feel good because I can afford it and it don't hurt my pockets at all. But trust and believe, nigga. Y'all have never seen the vlog channel. Y'all have never seen Matt Mula buy some shit that's hurting his pockets ever, never, ever. You know what I'm saying? And if I ever do, it ain't gonna be to keep up with the Joneses. Fuck you. I ain't trying to keep. How the fuck I look like trying to make sure I look rich to a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't got no money?